Alrighty, folks, I went on Duolingo to try and learn how to speak woke. They do not offer this class yet, so instead, my producers put together this torturous game for me, where I will attempt to guess the correct woke term being offered. I'll be provided with either a definition, a video, or an image that pertains to the word. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Giant Partners. Now, let's play Wokabulary. Oh man, you guys created a logo and everything. Okay, card number 1. Slang for social awareness. I mean, I assume that you mean woke. Oh, I got it right. Yeah, that was an easy one, guys. Okay, next one.
You're gonna give me my money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
That is a perfect example of someone being misgendered, because that is clearly a lady behaving in very feminine fashion. Yes. Knowledge of people gained from direct face-to-face interaction rather than through a technological medium. Oh man, I feel like I should get this one. As soon as the answer is provided, I will be regretful that I didn't get this. Face-to-face. Yeah, the timer's going. Pressure's on. I don't know. What are we going for here? Yeah.
How dare you?
She is disappointed in me. Okay, what was the answer? Lived experience. Oh, okay, I feel like that's a bit of a misdefinition. How dare you? That definition was not good.
It's not good.
All right, next. I mean, I understand what you're going for here, right? You're going for that there's LGBT subtext, correct? But I don't understand, but I'm not sure what the terminology you're looking for here is.
This is all wrong.
Every time she says this sort of stuff, it just hurts me right in my soul. Oh, queer baiting. Yeah, then that's true. Yeah, that is the phenomenon where there are two characters who are not gay, but since they're in the same frame together, we're supposed to assume that they're gay. And the fact that they're not gay is apparently baiting the queer community into thinking that they're gay or something like that. Yeah, Star Wars, they had this big thing about how Finn and Poe were actually secretly gay, despite the fact that there was no evidence that either of them was gay. But apparently that was queer baiting. Ernie and Bert, obviously. Xena Princess Warrior, you get this kind of stuff all the time. The assumption that all or almost all individuals are cisgender was heteronormativity. It could be cisnormativity. Yeah, cisnormativity. Oh yeah, no, my fluency with this language is pretty high, actually.
Joe is white, and Gabby is Latinx.
She isn't, though.
As they begin their studies, they enter an educational system with statistical differences in how students of different races and ethnicities are treated, even those that come from identical socioeconomic backgrounds.
What is this, equity? Are we doing equity, discrimination? Are we doing unconscious bias? This could be unconscious bias, or it could be implicit bias. Okay. Yep. Ain't no evidence of racism, but it must be there. If we can't find any other explanation, it must be implicit bias. Implicit bias assessment tests are the biggest pile of social science garbage ever created.
Trash!
Zeroes in on how some groups, whether classified by sexuality, race, or ability, face more struggles, injustices, and systematic oppression than others, and it uses this lens as a way of discourse. Oh, that's an easy one, guys. That's intersectionality. Are you telling me it's not? That's not intersectionality? Oh.
How dare you?
Wow. Oh, that's sad. Intersectionality is a form of identity politics. I feel like I get at least half credit for that. I get half credit for that.
You have stolen my dreams.
Half a Greta. What, cultural appropriation? That was the person from X-Men. I don't know. I don't know what you're going for here.
This is all wrong.
Yeah. She would be like a fantastic game show host, right? She's like Simon Cowell, but nastier. Oh, because like the X-Men. Oh. Yeah, you're digging deep on that one.
You get away with it now.
Half a Greta, okay.
It's the greatest city in the history of mankind. Discovered by the Germans in 1904. They named it San Diego, which of course in German means a whale's vagina.
Doesn't it mean Saint Diego?
No.
Yeah, excellent example of mansplaining. Yeah. Okay, yeah, perfectly obvious. All right. Okay, and this one's still not cultural appropriation. This is the routine. What's the term for it? This is the routine where we're not allowed to have actors play people of different races. White bleaching?
This is all wrong.
Whitewashing. Okay, I get it. All right, but just a quick note: there are all these people who are really pissed that Gal Gadot is supposed to play Cleopatra in an upcoming movie, and they're like, "No, it needs to be an Arab." Cleopatra was not Arab. Cleopatra was of Phoenician, meaning Greek descent. So yeah, not the same thing. Okay, is this cultural appropriation? Because that's super like giant cultural appropriation, is it not? Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't apply to them because they're woke. If you're woke, you can culturally appropriate as much as you want. That's the rule. This refers to how various types of oppression are linked together. Okay, this one's intersectionality, right? Various types of oppression interlinked.
Interlinked.
All right, I'm on a hot streak of wokeness here.
This is Jamal. Jamal is a boy who lives in a poor neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
He has a friend named Kevin, who lives in a wealthy neighborhood. All of Jamal's neighbors are African American, and all of Kevin's neighbors are white. Because Jamal's school district is mostly funded by property taxes, his school is not very well funded. His classrooms are overcrowded, his teachers are underpaid, and he doesn't have access to high-quality tutors or extracurricular activities.
Yeah, this is white privilege over here. This could be redlining. This could be white privilege. This could be wealth inequality. And by the way, there's so many lies in this video. I did a whole video about it, and I still missed the chief lie, which is that schools are predominantly funded by property taxes, which they no longer are. That's not been true for a long time. But, okay.
How dare you?
It's sad. Okay, so what was this one? Systemic oppression. Okay, again, here's the problem with the vocabulary. All these terms mean the same damn thing, right? Systemic oppression, white privilege, implicit bias, wealth inequity, right? All of these things mean the same thing. So when I say, all of them are just one giant mush term.
I'm not even going to explain.
Okay. Alrighty, we'll get to more on the vocabulary in just 1 second. First, when we started Daily Wire, we knew that marketing mattered. Here's the thing, the marketing industry, it's completely changing and continues to change due to the pandemic. A lot of business owners are scrambling to figure out how to adapt. Well, my friends over at Giant Partners have marketing secrets that have been transforming businesses for over 20 years. They're America's #1 data-driven marketing agency. Giant Partners operates in the business-to-business space. They offer a variety of business marketing solutions like database marketing, brand development, web design, SEO, lead generation, digital marketing services, ad placement. That's just a few of their services. Giant Partners has worked with countless Fortune 500 companies. Now they are offering their secret tips to you and your business. Giant Partners is hosting a free live webinar where they will be sharing their marketing secrets about how to transform your business in 2021 and beyond. Make sure to RSVP to reserve your spot. Space is limited. Head on over to giantpartners.com. Get your business set up today. RSVP to their free webinar at the link below. They'll be giving away some cool free stuff as well, only if you RSVP, so don't wait. RSVP today at the link below.
I am a man.
Oh, okay. This could be a couple things. This could be, it could be dead naming. Okay, so dead naming is this thing where if you say the words Ellen Page, then you have misgendered Ellen Page or Elliot Page, because Ellen Page now calls herself Elliot Page a man. Now, what's weird about this is I'm perfectly fine with calling people by whatever name they want, because you can legally change your name, although I don't believe you can biologically change your sex. What's weird about dead naming is this idea that if I say Bruce Jenner won gold medals in the Olympics, this is now dead naming. But Bruce Jenner did win gold medals in the Olympics, and Caitlyn Jenner won 0 medals at the Olympics. Because Caitlyn Jenner, even according to the logic of the trans community, is a woman. A woman didn't win those medals at that event because that would be a woman defeating all the men in all the men's events. This is why I say that transgender radical ideology violates the laws of biology, it violates the laws of grammar, and it violates the laws of physics, because you're supposed to go back in time, and Elliot Page was always Elliot Page and was never Ellen Page, and you were all fooled, guys. When Ellen Page was starring in Juno and in Inception, that was actually Elliot Page. Literally, the headline, when Ellen Page changed her name to Elliot Page, the headline was, Juno star Elliot Page. And I was like, wait, there was no Elliot Page in Juno. But if you say that Ellen Page was in Juno, then you are now dead naming this person. It's wild. When a company tries to seem more environmentally friendly than it really is. Oh, well, the term green is going to be in here somewhere, I'm sure. There's no such term as greenwashing, as far as I'm aware. Oh, greenwashing. Okay, I'd heard. You could sort of suss that one out, right? Because there's also pinkwashing, which is where a pro-gay country like Israel, tolerant of gay people, if you show a gay person in Israel, then you are considered to be pinkwashing Israel because you're covering for all their other human rights violations by noting that Israel is friendly to gay people. That's how I got that, right? That's greenwashing because they're using their environmentally friendly practices to cover up for the fact that they're evil capitalist pigs.
No. Who am I?
Agender, that is non-binary. All right. I'm not bad at this, sadly. Listen, I did go to top universities, which means that I speak the vocabulary relatively fluently. The idea that a person can be culturally blocked from having a prominent public platform or career. Well, this would be, what, accountability culture? This is what they call cancel culture. See, the cancel culture is actually an anti-woke term, right? So what they say, well, so canceled, right? So, okay, fine. Canceled is a woke term, for sure. Cancel culture has become a right-wing descriptor of what the left has done. And then they call it accountability culture. So it's always a responsiveness of language to ignore the implications of what they're doing all the time. Oh, is this, what's the name of this? I know this. So making assumptions on the basis of gender.
How dare you?
That's hard. It goes right to your heart.
That's in disgrace.
Toxic masculinity. Yep. So toxic masculinity is when you make assumptions about boys like they should be masculine.
The age of men is over.
So toxic masculinity doesn't actually have any fundamental definition. If they said toxic masculinity is where a man acts like an asshole, then it would be like, okay, makes sense. Like if a guy walks up to another guy on the street and just punches him in the face. Toxic masculinity at work. There's a reason that there are many more men than women who are in jail for violent crime. If by toxic masculinity, you mean what the left means, which is typically just being a dude at all.
Guys being dudes.
Like having a set, then which they won't even define as being masculine, actually, so I can't even say that. But if you assume that there are certain traits that are associated with masculinity, this is also toxic masculinity. So if you say that men tend to defend hearth and home, which is one of the good things about men, then this is toxic masculinity as well. Having any sort of gendered expectations of people on the basis of their sex is toxic masculinity, and or just being a dude at all, unless you're a lady who's a dude, in which case you are just a dude but not toxic. Is that the way this works? Something like that.
We are expecting a baby.
Awesome!
Yeah. And the baby's coming soon.
Okay.
I am not pregnant.
I am transgender, and I am carrying our baby.
Oh my God!
I got nothing there. I don't know, complete rejection of biological reality.
How dare you?
Oh, birthing people. That's a new one. You know, it's a new addition to the vocabulary. I haven't fully integrated yet, but that is a birthing person. Like a woman. But a birthing person, because that's a woman who has hormone treatments and surgery and identifies as a man. Birthing people? You mean vagina-to people? Yeah! And birthing people are any human who is capable of giving birth, i.e. a woman, but we have to pretend that some women are not women biologically, and thus are birthing people. So, it makes perfect sense. A statement, action, or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group, such as a racial or ethnic minority. This is a microaggression. That's an easy one. All right. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty, so, not bad. I mean, bad for the country, horrible for civilization. Well, let's see if I graduated from Woke University. Now, I could say at this point that no matter how I scored on the test, I should graduate from Woke University because standards are a form of discrimination. So no matter how I did here, I should graduate. Graduation for everybody, but we'll find out how I did in just a moment. So there you have it, folks. I have officially graduated from Woke University. Now we're up to date on all the terms you will need to know in order to succeed in society. Hopefully, the woke left won't add any more anytime soon, because I'm not sure I can continue to keep up. See you next time, guys.